what is the microbiome really, and why is it important to consumers?
Well, we've been discussing today the microbiome, and basically this is the community of microbes, the total community of microbes. It's 100 trillion organisms inside our guts. Most of them in our body are contained here, and they control our immune systems, they control our digestive systems, and we're realizing every day how important they are, and they could be this missing link about how we respond differently to foods. And I think this is a real revolution for the food industry to understand this whole new organ of the body, which weighs the same as our brain, in how important it's going to be in the future. And this stuff is going to be very much mainstream.
Okay, so this complex ecosystem, right? How can the consumer actually change it or influence it to, reach better microbial diversity? I think this one endpoint you mentioned earlier today.
Well, the first thing to realize is that unlike our genomes, our microbiomes are really very different. So we would only share 20 or 30% of our microbes with each other, and yet 99.9% of our genes. And so this has real potential and unlike our genes, we can change our microbiomes. And by changing them, we can change our health and the way we digest food, and we can change our immune systems. But the key here is understanding the individuality. The way we react to food is going to be very different because we have different microbes. But studies have shown that by increasing fiber, increasing diversity of what you eat, avoiding processed foods, you can really improve the diversity of your microbes and improve your health.
Okay, yes, I mean, you mentioned food constituents like probiotics, fibers, prebiotics, polyphenols as important for our diets. But where do you see the technology going in the next 5, 10 years? What will be different in 2020 for the consumers than it is today?
I think everyone, like they go to their GP now for blood tests or getting your blood pressure measured, are going to have their gut health measured. And this will probably measure with a salivary test to see what's going on in your mouth, and as well as a simple test on your toilet paper to see what the gut is doing. And it's not going to be the microbes, it's going to be the chemicals that those microbes are producing. And so we'll be at a chemical profile that really identifies how healthy we are and how we can personalize that to our diets. So I see everything moving towards a much more individualized, personalized gut health plan moving forward, and it's very exciting.
And in terms of, there has been a lot of investment in the field, both from government authorities, also from private companies. How important is collaboration in this complex field, right? Specifically for larger companies, how can we together find solutions for human microbiome modulation, so to say?
Well, I've been working in this field for about 6 years academically, and a year ago we started our company, Map My Gut, and I've learned from my experience in genetics that no one group can do it all themselves. It's collaborating, different expertise from different areas, and I think this is really important going forward because there's no one company that's going to cover all these bases and have the expertise. And the food industry, I think, really needs to take stock of what's happened in other areas with biotechnology, genetics, and start working with academia again and bring back the science back into food, because there's so much exciting science here that can be translated into food products, but only if people start getting together and working like pharma companies, who outsource a lot of their information so they can get these new products as fast as possible. I think it's a very exciting time.
Okay, thank you very much. I think these were all the questions that we wanted to cover.
Right.
Thanks
Thank
again,
you.
Tim.